Guys, welcome to the video. Today, I'm gonna be talking about how you can break free of any addiction, any vice, and how that literally will 5 to 10x your income and opportunities in your life. This is not just about being more confident or breaking free of bad habits. This is about taking your life to a new level. These are some of the principles that I personally use to completely overcome a pornography addiction. I've learned this phenomenon over time that the harder you work on yourself, the more money you will make. Because success isn't to be pursued, success is to be attracted by who you become. So I'm gonna be talking about how if you transfer focus and energy, that will actually make you more money. Let's cover the 6 pillars, because I wanna give you guys the framework and help you understand how these things all correlate, all right? This is often called the wheel of life. You know, some of us automatically prioritize different areas of our life. Like if you are an athlete, you obviously prioritize your physical health. Some of you guys are very business-minded, very financially driven, but you might not be as in tune with relationships or your physical health. And what I had to shift for me, I was big into fitness, I was big into financial health and career and mission and even spirituality, but emotional health was not even my radar. I thought that was like a girl thing, you know, journaling, all this stuff. Shifting a lot of my focus to overcoming that area of my life and leveling that area of my life up actually changed the whole game. It increased my financial health, my career took off. Tony Robbins talks about each of these areas like a wheel of life, okay? They each play a piece. And imagine that wheel, if you're a 6 out of 10 on one of those pieces and one you're a 10 out of 10, imagine that actually being a wheel. If you try rolling with that wheel, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. So as you level out all these areas of your life, the goal is not balance, is harmony and thriving in different areas of your life. What I want you guys to shift the focus is not perfection, but progress, improvement. There's a correlating theme I want you guys to understand. The truth will set you free time and time again, and you'll see this principle be paramount to almost every lesson, everything I teach you guys on how to overcome any vice, any addiction. What you need to do first is rank yourself 1 through 10 on each of these areas. Be brutally honest. Now, in my addiction, I would have told you, oh, emotional health, I'm probably a 5, 6 out of 10, right? But when I really took time to think about it and audit myself, like what emotions were controlling me? Was I slow to anger? Just be very honest with yourself in each of these areas. Relationships is emphasized number 1 with a significant other. Although it does incorporate friendships, family, friends, your family itself, you will always have that need. The problem is you find validation externally instead of internally, from within and from above, right? That's what I believe. And when I had this problem as well, it is I found it from within, not seeking validation of other men, but just with myself and God. Then it was able to give me peace to not chase validation from other people. Financial health is your personal income, your personal expenses, and how financially free you feel. Your career and mission, people usually put those in one. That is how you feel like your job. Are you growing? Are you improving? Are you empowering other people? And in spirituality, Tony Robbins often says business is a spiritual game. So rank yourself 1 through 10. The goal is to identify not where you're strong, but where you are weak. And I'll tell you, God is very good, very wise. You know, with more pain and adversity, sometimes we wake up. For me, I did wake up. I realized I've been chasing the wrong thing, guys. I was chasing this way too hard. But if you chase something too hard without focusing, without having that well-balanced life, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Understand where you're weak, and you need to focus on that area, taking full ownership, all right? But instead of just recognizing, oh, hey, yeah, that's great, that's good accountability, you need that. But you need to understand, okay, what critical pillar of your life is also off? What critical area of your life do you need to improve? The 6 needs. These 6 needs explain why any human does any action, from murder to sleeping in, to laziness, to workaholic, to alcoholic, to porn addict. It explains everything. And the key to understanding the 6 human needs is it will give you grace. It helps you understand that you are not crazy. There's a reason you do what you do. And what I've learned about addiction is isolation and being alone is one thing that keeps you stuck, but also shame. And I believe what called the devil, the enemy, whatever, wants you to be stuck in shame. And guilt is good, shame is not good. And we're gonna talk about that, but understanding the 6 human needs will help you, not even thinking about spirituality or faith or religion or anything, understand at a psychology and a science level why we do what we do, and give yourself grace. And the reason the 6 human needs are important is because if you try to remove something out of your life like porn and just cut it out without replacing something, you will relapse. So in order to remove and not relapse, you have to replace. In other words, you have to understand what need was that thing doing for you? How is this addiction serving me? You may say, Nick, this is crazy. What are you talking about, bro? Like, that does nothing for me. No, like drugs, alcohol, porn, They give you something called dopamine, all right? Connection is the opposite of addiction. So there's healthy ways to bring dopamine, doing hobbies you love. Movement is huge. Number one human need is certainty. Life is gonna be okay, like food, water, shelter, the basics are covered. Number two is the need for variety or uncertainty. Chemical changes as environment changes. So if you work in an office all day, your job's very monotonous, your brain is going to crave dopamine, some kind of spike, caffeine, Adderall, porn. So what I do, I go on walks throughout the day to create more dopamine. I hop on phone calls, I move my body. Number three is significance. Every person, no matter how humble they say they are, has a need to feel important to other people. Number four is love and connection. Now, men feel that being vulnerable, sharing weakness is a sign of weakness. I have learned that is a sign of absolute masculinity and strength. Doesn't mean you just go proclaiming to the world your sins and your wrongs, but find somebody that is somewhat trustworthy, that you can confide in. If you believe in the Bible or not, the Bible says Jesus forgives us, but confession to another man is what heals us. You want a friend that's gonna love you, not judge you, then you need a sponsor. It's so important that to remove some kind of dopamine addiction, porn, alcohol, whatever it is, whatever vice you have, again, you replace it with healthy forms of variety and dopamine. Traveling, massage, workout, sauna, cold plunge, these are all forms of variety. Going on a walk, changing your environment, hanging out with friends, laughing. Another thing you guys need to shift is relapsing is actually good. Failure is good. When growth is the goal, failure is impossible. And pattern recognition is the key here, along with journaling. If you recognize the patterns of what you were doing preliminary to that relapse, you'll start noticing patterns. Oh wow, I was angry, I was lonely. Okay, I'm gonna talk about 6 emotions that almost every porn addict feels, and if you have 2 or 3 at a time, it's usually gonna trigger you. And then you can recognize the patterns and then put up barriers and protect your life so that they don't catch you off guard and T-bone you. A lot of people that are trying to just give and serve and help people and hop on phone calls, be a therapist, and then they don't take care of themselves. Before you can give, you have to give to yourself. That's why taking care of yourself, understanding these needs are so important. And for me, I remember when I went on the journey to actually break free, I remember sitting down and thinking, why do I feel so damn anxious? I felt like I had to go hop on a call, I had to go watch TV, I had to go talk to somebody or do something, read a book, be productive. I had massive anxiety. My heart trying to protect myself because slowing down brings up memories of trauma and you have to heal through those. And so sitting with your ugly side and journaling the ugly is part of how you heal. I recommend a therapist, but not just a therapist. You want a coach to help you see the future and work on areas of your life and set up this foundation for success. Have you ever done something where you regret, like, what was I thinking? Yeah, you weren't thinking, your emotions were doing the thinking for you. Becoming emotionally in tune is critical. I want you to do a prompt right now, pull out a journal or your phone or notes and write down what are the top 2 positive emotions in your life. Whatever it is, okay, write down 2 different things, 2 emotions. And if you're wondering what are the emotions, you can Google all the human emotions. There's literally thousands. And then write down, this is the most important part, the 2 negative emotions that are controlling your life. And then you understand, okay, what circumstances are usually triggering those negative emotions? How can I hedge and prevent them? And you can't always prevent them, but you can recognize patterns that trigger them, right? So for me, when I was out selling door to door, I noticed sometimes I'd feel lonely. Well, no shit. This is why salespeople struggle, because they get rejected so often. Instead of like avoiding the sales, I would call my dad, I would call a sponsor just to have that extra connection. I recognize, hey, I was weak and I want a friend. I want to hang out, I want to talk about life. Be proactive, schedule stuff like that. Let me tell you guys what some of the key emotions are. There's an acronym called HALT. I noticed a correlating themes I journaled of when I had a bad day or relapse. I was overwhelmed. Again, all these negative emotions have a protagonist emotion, something that's the opposite. Hunger, you can be full, angry, happy, lonely, connected, tired, energized. So how can you create those positive emotions when you feel those negative emotions? But understand these are the go-to trigger emotions for most porn addicts and alcoholics or people that have an addictive habit. You guys now have the core framework to break through. Now, some other critical elements that everybody needs, you've heard me mention them. Well, for me, I was able to do this with my company by being vulnerable with my people. I wasn't just confessing all my sins, but I told them where I was at. A lot of entrepreneurs, recruiters, salespeople put on this mask fronting how good their life is to try to attract more people. Authenticity, being real, not hiding your shit, is actually the highest form of vibration, aka the highest form of attraction. Business, real teams, real success is built through relationships. And so this was a beautiful breakthrough for me where, guys, I was working 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. prior. And what's ironic is working less in the business, my business blew up because I worked harder on myself. So that is a key theme I want you guys to focus on. These are a couple pillars you guys need. You need to journal, okay? The journal is important because you can't just understand all this stuff and be like, okay, cool, problem solved. It's going to be a process. On the journaling, I want you to be accountable to not just your days sober, because that can backfire and cause shame. I want you to track your consecutive days sober and also the cumulative days sober. It's like, bro, look, if you make it to day 100, you were sober 99 out of 100 days. That's a positive way of thinking. That's gonna put you in an abundant mindset, and that energy is gonna be more motivating. And remember, the other mindset shift that will be a game changer for some of you guys is shifting from shame to guilt, letting go of shame completely and listening to guilt. Guilt creates good change. But every time you slip and relapse, recognize what was the pattern. The sponsor will also help you. Now, a sponsor is someone who has overcome this themselves. What lessons did you learn? It's like, what did you learn? What did you learn? I'm so glad this happened. And every time we relapsed, there was something that I extracted. And so I got a little bit better. And that is all we focus on. We just get a little bit better. That is progress. Prize focus equals pure sobriety. Progress focus is we learn something better. Also, for vulnerability, when you're feeling triggered, it's somebody you can call, okay? Again, the truth will set you free. You wanna live in the light. Promise you. If you can take this stuff and apply it, but just write down the 6 human needs, the 6 pillars, rank yourself 1 through 10, identify 1 or 2 of those 6 human needs where you are lacking and what is causing your addictions, usually variety and a lack of love and connection, and find healthy ways to replace those. You're not crazy for having your addiction, and you're not alone. There's so many people. I shifted the perspective to say, God, wow, this is so good. I'm so broken. If I can just rise just a little bit and inspire one man or woman, this will be all worth it. This journey will be worth it. Because sometimes pity, when you relapse or slip or it's so hard, will keep you stuck. And when you start thinking and envisioning other people helping one other person, that pity evaporates and it turns into empowerment. Guys, if this brought you any value, please follow the channel. I have a lot of sales, entrepreneurship, business, mindset, habits, routines, a lot of content like this. And if it brought you value, please share it with other people so we can change more lives together. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.